Hey, I'll see you guys. See ya. These guys are awesome, bro. I love those guys. But anyways, dude, this car freaking pulls. Oh my gosh, freaking. So here's how it sounds like after you warm it up. It still sounds pretty good. It's stock, so I'll take it. Get out of here. Alright, YouTube, welcome back to another video. You guys have been blowing up my YouTube channel, dude. We're at 350 subscribers, which is just crazy to me. Like, my first video was at 8K in 8 days. Like, I don't get it, bro. And then my most recent upload 3 days ago, now that's blowing up. It's actually unbelievable. You guys are literally blowing me up. Like, we went from when I posted my last video, which was 3 days ago today, I was at 80 subscribers and now we're at 350. I appreciate all the support. You guys are amazing. And like I said, man, this whole channel is experimental and I'm honestly in shock that you guys did it for me. But pretty much today's video is gonna be on how I'm able to get a Hellcat Redeye at 21. And I'm gonna start with obviously the basic question, which is what I do for a living. And this is not, oof, these pops are nasty. This doesn't go for everyone, but pretty much I didn't go to college. I went straight out of high school. I joined an apprenticeship, and pretty much anyone can do this that's willing to work, or at least willing to, like, you know, have some enthusiasm. Because when you're going through an interview process, they want you to be like enthusiastic. They want you to be willing to learn. So pretty much what I did is I joined a company that manufactures machines that cut metal, and they're called CNC machines. No one knows what it is, honestly. Like, I tell everyone, they're like, what is that? But if you search up CNC manufacturers, you'll see them. And pretty much you need to, oh shoot, there's an M4 comp behind me. Oh shoot, that's my neighbor. So anyway, everyone's asking me these questions about, like, what do you do for a living? And someone asked me about software engineering. I know nothing about that. The guy behind me is the one that has a degree, and he's the one that's told me, like, what he does to get, like, raises and stuff. But you gotta have something to negotiate with. You know, you can't just be like, yo, I want more. You gotta, like, have value. That's why I say work hard in all my comments. Like, I worked hard. Pretty much for the 2 years I was in this company, I was working like 50, 55, 60 hours a week, just so I can become really smart as fast as I can. So by the time I finish, everyone in my group, like, my goal is to become the best version of myself as fast as I can. I don't care about if anyone else becomes better than me. Hey, that's good for them. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about myself, because all I want to do, man, is just live a good life. You know, I want to be able to buy a car I want, live in a house I want, and that's it. Obviously, I want to make more money, but it's literally the guy I was literally talking to people in my comments about. It's actually so trip. Look at it. Hey, I'll see you guys. See ya. These guys are awesome, bro. I love those guys. But anyways, the cool thing is that they're also Slavic. You know, I'm European, and they don't look like they look like they're from the Middle East, but they're like from East Europe, or not. They're not from East Europe, but they were part of the spot where it was part of the Soviet Union, so they have like that kind of European, like, language and the way they act and stuff. But anyways, pretty much, dude, I just wanted to live a good life, and I was able to work my way up, work hard, get into a good company, level up good, negotiate. And that's how I got a really good pay. I can't say how much I get paid because that's against company policy. And if anyone finds me, you know, any of my colleagues find me, it can get bad, you know what I mean? But you can make really good money. I can save money about the apprenticeship. So if you guys are interested, I know that a lot of people that do car stuff, they like this kind of mechanical stuff. So you can join any apprenticeship, any big manufacturer, they all have apprenticeships, and you need no degree. Obviously, some of them want you to have degrees, or at least a general ed in college. But with mine, they were cool with me because I had previous experience. But there's people I joined in the same group as me, and they had no experience. So honestly, you just got to be able to talk and send out all your resumes. You know what I mean? Oh shit, there's a Rolls Royce, bro. I don't see any of these cars until I'm recording. Like, I never see my homie, and it's me when I'm recording. There's a Rolls Royce, bro. I mean, like, realistically, like, I was looking at some. If you get one like 10 years old, they're affordable. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the price of a Hellcat now, but you know, I don't want a Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? But pretty much, I'll try to find a job location specifically for apprentices, because you don't need a degree, and if one of you guys get it, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Not everyone will be able to do this. Not everyone wants to do this, and it's not easy. It's hard work. It's labor intensive sometimes. It's also very mentally intensive, because you're no longer just like working at a desk. You know, you're working on machinery that at aerospace companies. You're working at, like, for example, I work at SpaceX. My bread and butter, honestly, what made me be able to get such a good car like this is working at companies like SpaceX, Virgin Orbit, all these big companies, because I enjoy working there so much, and that's what made me be like, okay, cool, I'm willing to work for this. You know, I would not recommend getting this car if you don't make good money. You should definitely be making something. All this advice I'm giving you, all this apprenticeship, is not for you to just only buy a Hellcat. You know, you got to save up. You got to save for at least, I wouldn't say get the biggest house you can, but like save up to a point where you can put a good down payment where it's not an American nightmare. You know what I mean? I went for this car because do a tax write-off of this car. That's honestly the main reason why I bought this car. No one on YouTube talks about tax write-offs, and it's mostly because it's really, really hard to do. I also got a really good interest rate. That's what made me go for this car. That's probably gonna be like a whole separate video on how to get a good credit, but pretty much I was able to get a really low rate. I was able to get below 10%, and then I'm gonna be able to refinance it in 6 months. I had to put down 15K. I want to put down 30K just so I want to pay this car as fast as possible. Like, I know some people might not agree, but for the income I have, I'm able to pay it off without having to throw my whole bank account in. You know what I mean? I just want to get this car off the finances, and obviously after I refinance, I'm gonna be big chilling. But still, you know, like, I want to be able to get this car as soon as possible. So, and like I said, since it's a tax write-off, it's easier for me to pay it off faster, because then I can write it off every year. Yeah, it's not over 6,000 pounds, but I can still write off 7K per year. You know, so I'm fine with it, man. You know, you gotta be able to take risks. You gotta be able to just full send things, and that's exactly what the situation I'm in. I hope that answers all your guys' questions. I also got a really good insurance rate. So like for this car, I'm only paying $110 a month for this car, and that's because I have another car that's under my name, and that's my daily. And because of that, I'm able to get this car for really cheap. And since obviously you need a good record, you need, you know, nothing in the past, no tickets. I have one ticket, and that's me being on my phone. So even that barely affected me. And that's like when I was 17, literally when I was 17 in Chicago. I was in a whole different state, so I couldn't fight it or anything like that. It's, at the end of the day, it costs money. You need money. And so if you don't have enough money to buy this car, don't FOMO into it. Number one rule I gave myself was never get emotionally attached to any car. Never. Because that's gonna suck your money out like a freaking, dude, I don't even know how to explain, like a drain. Like, you know how many cars I missed out on buying? I don't care the way it looks. I care about the price, the deal, the insurance, the interest rate, what these guys can help me with. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about, like, oh, this is the last chance ever, FOMOing into it. Never FOMO. Never have fear of missing out, because there's always gonna be more opportunity. There's always gonna be more cars coming out. Whether they come out with the exact same car like this or same horsepower, I don't know. But these ones are always gonna be in the market. So I will not have FOMO. Like I said, man, thank you guys for all the amazing support. I hope this video answered your guys' questions on how I bought the car. I went pretty straightforward on the job I do, because it's really that, you know, that simple, and it's just whether if you get in or not. And at the end of the day, it takes effort. It's not easy. And I'm not like a kid that trades stocks. I mean, I trade stocks every single day, and that's not my main source of income yet, because trading stocks is so hard, because it's all discipline. It has nothing to do with money. It's all about your mentality, like mental state. So I'm not a kid that trades stocks and it's easy money coming here because I was doing stocks for 10 years. Like, no, dude, like, this job opportunity is hard work, but it pays really, really good. for especially no college degree. Dude, this car freaking pulls. Oh my gosh, I freaking love this thing. This is just to answer everyone's questions about what I do, how I was able to do it. Pretty much started at 17, worked hard for 2 years, got a raise. Well, you get raises no matter what when you're in the apprenticeship, but you're able to get bigger ones if you work harder, obviously. So, oh my goodness, bro, this car is so fun. Pretty much when you join the apprenticeship, most apprenticeships start around 40 to 50K. Every year they give you about 5 to 10K raise after 2 years. Some apprenticeships are 3 years, some are 4. Depends. It just all depends on the company, but most of the time, on average, it's two to 3 years. And each year you get really good raises because they train you really well. After that, you know, you can get even more raises. You know, it just depends on how much you learn and how much they rely on you, type of deal. You know, if they really need you and they're always, you can just tell when a company needs you. That's when you can really negotiate a deal. All glory to God, like I said. Like, I believe that there's still more to come. You know, this is just the beginning, but I'm taking every opportunity like it's my last opportunity and going full send. You know what I mean? That's the way you got to think, and that's how you will get far in life. You got to full send at every opportunity that comes your way now. Don't dream, don't think. If there's nothing going on, make something happen, bro. You know, like this job I have, I made it happen by pulling the trigger, you know, sending my resume, pulling all the triggers, getting interviews with all the bosses, and I got into the right company, and I'm super blessed, super happy. So I watched my whole entire video, and it's already 13 minutes long. I already knew it was gonna record too long. So people were asking me, I'm 21, so how I was able to get a car on my own without daddy's help. My dad didn't even help me with the co-sign. How did I do it? So the one thing that was able to help me was I've had cars in the past I paid off. That was not the main reason why I had good credit. I had good credit because I had a credit card for about 3-4 years. That's what really helped me. And if you guys want to get a boost, get your family to put you under their credit cards as like an authorized user. My family member put me under their credit cards like not even that long ago, so it didn't boost it that much, but it boosted it a lot enough for me to buy a Hellcat. And obviously when the banks were giving me the loan, you know, what the bank that gave me the loan, it was obviously a risk for them. Luckily I was able to get a really good interest rate because of the income I have. But that's pretty much it. You need good income. If you don't, it's really hard to get a good loan with a low interest. Get a credit card early, pay it off every week. If not, pay it off as soon as the statements come in. Obviously there's techniques, so you should do your research to look up the best techniques, but for me, I don't need to do techniques because I just kept paying it off over 2-3 years, you know what I mean? Gain trust from the bank, get your family, that's the most OP ones, get your family to put you under their credit cards, and you can pretty much buy any car at any age if you do this early enough. And at the end of the day, like I said, you still need income. You know, income's number one. So sorry if I try to make this video as short as possible, but I hope I answered your guys' questions. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, it's all about money, and to make good money, it takes a lot of risk, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work. So at the end of the day, you know, if you get in, that's awesome. I'm proud of you, but it's still gonna take a lot of work, a lot of effort, and some of you might not even make it. You know, some of you might join and be like, oh, this ain't what I expected. And it is what it is, but that's how you learn, you move on, and you don't give up. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.